yes you, it's time for you to start leveling up. It's time for you to start doing what it is that you've meant to do, what it is that you've always dreamed to do, what it is that you really, really desire to do, and not doing something that is what you're just settling for because it's the best that you can do. Why settle for less when you can get more? Why settle for less when you can get more? Hi, I'm Nicola Celine Machiavelli, and welcome to my channel. Let's get into it. What we don't realize is that time is short. Time is so short and uncertain. We were not just placed here to take up space and go. We all have purposes and divine purposes, and some of us knows what that is because I believe that all of us here have this deep calling, and some it may not be as great as some others, but it's something. Some of us, our biggest dream is just to work at a certain place that we've always desired to work to, and that's okay. Some of us dream is to be great, like some great athlete or singer or business person, and that is great. But some of us, because of our circumstances, we just settle, and we just work with what life gives us or what we can get, because that's what we can get, and it just ends there. That's a miserable life, and that's a life that's not fulfilling and not worth living. We need to start living to our full potential. Life is too short for us to live like settling. There are persons that don't have the opportunities that most of us have, and they have to be hoping and praying they do. There are persons who don't have the opportunity that some of us have. There are persons in the hospital who wish if they could get another chance. There are persons who've gotten old, very old, and wish if they could get a do-over. There are persons who are taking their last breath this moment, who wish if they just got another chance, like an extra 10 years or 5, to do what it is that they always wanted to do. But here you are. You're here, and you're wasting your time, and you're wasting it away because you think that you have time. We don't have time. That's the mistake that most of us make. We think we have time, but we don't have time. Many of us take time for granted, and it is not right. We cannot take such a precious thing as time for granted, something that doesn't wait on us, something that is so hard to control by many of us. Time is precious, guys, and we cannot afford to waste time, guys. We don't know how long we have here, so the sooner we can start getting on with it, we need to get on with it. Now, if you know that it is that you are meant to be something more, or it is that you want to do something but you're not doing it, then it's time. Now is the time to start looking into yourself and realizing that, is this what I really want? Is this what I really want? And if this is what you really want, then start working towards it. Start going for it. If it is that, whatever it is that is hindering you or holding you back, start trying to get those out of the way. And sometimes it is within. So it's like sit down and assess yourself and look within. What it is that is holding you back? Are you a person who's just lazy? Are you a person who is a procrastinator? Are you a person who you have life circumstances that's holding you back? Start assessing yourself and realizing what it is that you need to go up there, to level up, to become a better version of yourself. So start assessing yourself. So let's say you assess yourself. Most of us, in fact, if there's certain things that is not holding you back, like certain personal or characteristic flaws, then you are untouchable and you will reach places. So there are some things that just will set you back, and those are like stuff like procrastination, laziness, lack of punctuality, not being able to manage your time well, all of those stuff. And we need to start digging into those stuff. Like for myself, the other day, because my mom realized that I'm trying to level up, she's like, like one moment I'll start, and then the next moment, like I did for 1-2 days I'll start, and then I fall back into my old patterns. And then one morning she was like talking to me, and she was like, if you want to get serious about this, you have to start farming discipline. And I realized that one of my biggest problem is discipline, and I don't have any discipline, and that is many of our problems too. We don't have any discipline, so we really need to work on that. So she was just talking to me. And another thing too, is take good advice. No one knows you more than yourself, and you must be able to assess yourself and know yourself. So once you look into yourself and see these flaws within yourself, then you know you need to work on them. But also it's sometimes good to take advice from others, and especially if those are good advices and advices for your better. So nothing is wrong with taking correction, but it depends on who you take it from and how you take it and what it is that correction is about. So she was, telling me stuff to do and so on, and I was listening, and she was right for most of it, and I'm actually glad she did, because sometimes we need motivation and sometimes we need encouragement to keep us going. So nothing is wrong with motivation and nothing is wrong with getting encouragement. Those are good, and it's like vitamins. Say for instance, you already within yourself that you want to do this and that and so on, and you're like, yes, I can do this and so on. But at the same time, you need motivation. Motivation is essential. Some persons, we don't need motivation, but the majority of us do need it, because it's what keeps us going. When you're doing something and you feel drained and you're like, I'm so tired, and then you go back, you just go like somebody stops and say, you can do this, don't give up. So though you don't have any idea how powerful that can be. It actually just encourages you, urges you on. It's like getting vitamins and nourishment to your body. That is what motivation is like. It gives you that boost. So first thing first, you're going to have to look into yourself. You're going to have to get a motivational video, watch some motivational video, some inspirational videos that are teaching you about growth, teaching you about how to become a better you, how to break off of bad habits and so on. Start watching those videos and start looking into yourself, and then after that you start following. You're not just gonna, because motivation without discipline can only go so far. Motivation without discipline is a dead end. If you're just getting motivation, you're not applying the discipline to it, then you're not gonna get anything. You're not gonna get anywhere. So get all the motivation you need, encouragement, inspiration, watching inspirational videos, motivational videos, things that uplift you and not things that will bring you down. What is most of us problem in today's world is that we get so caught up in social media, and most of the junks that are on social media, we need like inspiration. We need stuff that can give us inspiration. So we need to stop the doom scrolling, and we need to start watching a bunch of junks, because the bunch of junks that we're watching, they're not going to help us. Whatever it is that you're consuming from online or anywhere, if it's not helping you in any way to grow, then cut it off. Limit it. Cut it off. Only consume stuff that will help you to grow as a person, that educates you, that teaches you, that gives you knowledge. Have more knowledge so that you know more. It doesn't kill to know more. What you're gonna do is set a routine, because discipline is hard. I've been trying, and it is so hard. It is so hard. You see, when you fall into a habit and your body is used to it, then it's hard for you to fall out of the habit. So you're gonna have to start making a pattern. You're gonna have to start creating like a routine, to follow, like because you see what you're doing, like waking up late, not doing the stuff that you want to do, choosing procrastination. These are all habits that you have developed over time, and your mind gets used to it. So when you start doing something else, when you start trying to practice discipline, it feels uncomfortable because your body is not used to it, your mind is not used to it. So what you need to do is break out of that. And how you're going to break out of that? You're going to have to start changing it, like set a routine or so on. My mom always says successful people wake up early, and it's so true, because there's so much that you can do when you wake up early and wake up on time. And when you wake up early, you feel more rejuvenated and energized. You see, the moment the sun catches you in bed, your body starts feeling depleted. Try it. Like, really, just try it. Try waking up early one morning and just get a breath of fresh air, and you'll see how you feel compared to when you actually stay and oversleep, and the sun catches you in the bed, and then you go out, you just feel drained. To show that we're not supposed to be waking up late. We're supposed to be up before dawn. Dawn must not be over, and dawn and the morning catches us in bed. The sun must not catch you in the bed, okay? So break out of that. Also, set a routine. So wake up early. That's the first thing. Choose the time that works best for you. Whether it is 5 o'clock, if 5 o'clock works best for you, depending on your schedule in the morning, then fine. 4 o'clock, 4:30, so anytime between those. 4, 4:30, 5. I choose 4 because I am yet to manage time. I have a lot to work. I need to manage time better. Like, you know, I'm very slow sometimes. So in order for me to kind of move faster, I need to kind of wake up earlier so that I can work on it. So if it is that you realize that you have problem managing time, wake up as early as 4. If it is that you can manage time better, then wake up 5. So yes, wake up early and say a prayer. Prayer is so important because it is powerful and it keeps you from evil forces. So remember to pray, give God thanks, and pray for him to guide you and protect you throughout the day, give you strength and courage. You will feel so refreshed after praying. So after that, you just pray, and then after that, you take care of your hygiene, you take care of yourself, whether it is that you're going to school, work, wherever. Make sure you spend time in taking care of yourself, because spending time taking care of yourself is like the best thing ever. It's such a feeling of accomplishment and gratification when you actually invest time in yourself and you do it on time, and wherever you go you make it on time, and you feel your best, you look your best, and you feel most confident. It's about self-care, and once you give yourself a little self-care, you feel whole. So please spend time on yourself. Don't wake up late and then you have a little time to get ready, so you hasten everything and you don't get to invest a lot of time into yourself, into your hygiene, into your self-care. Please do that. Also, I forgot to add that if it is that you wake up early and you have time, you have enough time, you need to at least exercise the least 15 to 30 minutes in the morning. If you just start, maybe you need to stick at 15, because sometimes it can be a drag on your body, and exercising is so important. If it is that you're not exercising yet, you need to start getting into it. If you're a person who do not exercise, then you will be lazy. Most of the times you wonder why it is that you're lazy. It is because your body is seized up. Like, you don't move around a lot, you don't exercise a lot, so your body is a lot less flexible, and your body just refuses to work. Exercise is so important, and it's one of the key to overcome laziness. One of the key to overcome laziness is exercising, and it's a good thing to add into your routine also, because exercising gives you energy, and energy is what carries you through the day. Also, another thing is feeding yourself properly, because sometimes the reason why you feel lazy or you feel sluggish or you feel fatigued is because you're not eating properly and you're not getting the right nutrients in your body, you're not drinking enough water, consuming too much sugar and too much junk foods. Too much junk foods is really slow you down. So the more vegetable, the more fruits you put into your diet. You need to probably get, for girls especially, you need to get supplements. Feed yourself on supplements, because remember that we lose blood every month. So it is important to get your supplements in. If it is that you're not eating enough food that has iron or stuff in it, you need to get your supplements in, and so on. And drink enough water so that you avoid being dehydrated, especially in the hot times like summer. So please take care of your body. Your body will reward you when you take care of it. So please take good care of your body. Overcoming laziness is hard, but it is not impossible. All you need to do is just break your mind into the habit of working and doing more. Start rewarding yourself when it is that you do something. In fact, if it is that you're gonna think of watching a movie or treating yourself or something, don't do it. Pause before you do it. If it is that you want to be better, start doing something big, like overcoming a task of laziness. Like, say for instance, you have your laundry to wash and you wait until it piles upon you to wash it. That's not good. So you wash it every day. Like, every day you try to break it up. If you have time, break it up as small as possible so that it is easier, because once you make it big, you're going to be lazy to want to wash the entire load. Do that, and once you do that and you accomplish that, by the end of the week you can treat yourself, because yes, I did that. Also, when it comes to, say for instance, homework, if you're too lazy to do your homework, and if you didn't do your homework, don't treat yourself. If you did your homework and you submitted and you passed, then you treat yourself, because you're like, oh, I did this, I overcome this task of laziness. Anything that you have to do and you accomplish it, reward yourself for it. If it is that you want to do something and you find yourself procrastinating, then pause and think, why it is that I don't want to do this? Is it because of fear? Is it because I'm tired of it? What it is that is holding you back? You have to start breaking yourself into the habit of moving and start doing things instead of be getting cozy all the time and resting. Rest is important, but the more you train your body to work and to move and take care of it and feed it at the same time, That's the way you'll overcome being lazy. Laziness cannot get you anywhere. So you have to break yourself into working. You need to just get serious about yourself and figure out what it is that you want to do. Where you are in life right now, is this where you want to be? Like, what are you doing now? Is this what you want to do? Think of the job you're doing. Is this what you want to do right now? Because if it is that you are working somewhere and it is that it is depleting you and making you feel, drained, the environment, the people, is that what you want? If not, then you need to move, honestly, because sometimes we cannot flourish until we change our environment. So sometimes it was onto the environment. So if it is that you're even in your home or job or even school, then and you realize that you feel like you're not, flourishing. You feel like every time you go there, you're drained and depleted. The environment is just toxic. Then you need to move. Find a new school, find a new job, move out from your family, get into somewhere else, like in a new space, move out on your own, whatever. Do that, because sometimes what holds you back or what makes you stay small is your environment. So you need to move from your environment. And sometimes it's hard for some of you because some of you are, still young, still growing up, but that's where you need to, save. You need to probably work towards saving towards it. So if it is that if you're young and if you're a kid that's just still going to school, high school, then it's hard, but you're gonna just have to be patient and try to just pray and trust God that it will get better one day. You can entertain that thought of positivity, and if it is overbearing and consuming, then find a trusted friend or someone that you can move in their place. Then if you're working and it is that you're still living with your family or so on, and you feel like you can flourish more once you're not around them, then you need to start saving and working towards going on your own. See, sometimes some of us problem is not managing our money better, because that's another thing that has to boil down to discipline. You have to learn to manage your money better. Not care how much you work, how much you earn. It is what you save out of it. I've learned from so many people, from my coworkers, from my mom. It's not what you work, it's what you save out of it. So break yourself in a habit of saving and respecting money. If you're a spendthrift like myself, then you need to learn to manage your money better. You need to work on budgeting, learn to budget. Research, learn to budget. If it is that you cannot help yourself, let somebody do it for you, but just figure out a way how to save your money and to not touch it. And also learn investing, because investing is so important. You need to learn the habits of investing and learn to be innovative, because being innovative and learning to invest can carry us so far. It is important to save, but at the same time it is important it is even better to make your money grow, because making your money grow can help you. You have more there and you have more to do more. You have more financial freedom. They always say success is money, but success is more than money. Success is more than being rich. Success is actually just freedom, as in financial freedom. Poverty is not cool, so it's nice to be financially free. And success is also fulfillment. You're in a place where you're happy and it's somewhere where you've always wanted to be. So it's just time for you to get serious about yourself. If you were young and you've always felt in your heart that hey, I want to be a fashion designer, and what you're doing now is not that, and it is that you're uncomfortable doing it because you feel like you can still do it, don't settle for less. The sky is the limit, and it's not impossible. Once you have it in yourself and once it is in your heart and you have the resources to work towards getting there, you will get there. You just need to tell yourself that you can, and you need to believe in yourself. And if nobody else believes in you, at least you believe in yourself, because sometimes if we rely on others to believe in us, we will never get anywhere. We cannot rely on others to be our source of encouragement, especially persons that we know. I've been through, because you'll find that strangers will support you more than those that you know. The persons that are around you, the persons that you know, those persons are the ones that are gonna say, you can't do this. This is impossible. What are you doing? What are you doing, Nicola? You cannot rely on those persons for encouragement. Those persons are there to keep you small. Those persons are there for you to stay regular because they are afraid of change and they themselves are insecure, so they want you to remain insecure like them. They're not used to you being a certain way, or they're not used to you shining and stepping out of your zone and out of your box, so they're going to want to put you back in there because that is what they're familiar with. You cannot rely on people like those, and you cannot rely on that. You need to rise above that. You need to believe in yourself. It's gonna take you to believe in yourself, because no matter how many persons tell you you can do this, you can do this, if you tell yourself that you can't, then you will never be able to do it. So you need to tell yourself that you can. No matter what anyone else has to say about you, you just pray and trust God and say, I want to do this, and whatever it is that is on my heart, I'm going to do it, because I don't want to live a life of regret. I want to do everything. This life is so precious, and it's so uncertain, and it's so short, and I want to reach the farthest I can go. I want to do as much as I can do in this life. I want to live. I don't want to just be passing through. I want to live life, and I want to live it to the fullest. I want to do everything that it is that I want to do, and I'm going to try by all means possible to live. There are so many resources that I can try to reach where I want to reach and to live the life that I've always wanted to live. So I am not going to allow you or your small mind or what it is that you have to say about me hold me down. I believe in myself, and that is enough. You need to believe in yourself and believe that that is enough. As long as you look into yourself and you fix your ways and you start to become better, then you work towards your dreams, then you will see results. It's not going to happen overnight, because nothing happens overnight. Everything takes time, and it starts small. But what is most important is that you start and you believe in yourself and you show up. You always show up and you remain consistent. So always show up and always remain consistent, and believe in yourself that you can do whatever it is that you want. You can go and get that degree again as long as you try. You may try several times and you fail. Look, I started uni and I had to stop because I did not have it. And I worked and I squandered my money. But my mistakes, the mistakes that I've made, I was young, I was naive, I didn't know better. Sure, there are persons in my age group who knew better, but that's okay. I'm a late bloomer, and I understand that not everybody's gonna get it together. Some persons are gonna take time, and that's okay. And at first I used to beat up myself about it, but now I know it's okay. At least I experienced something and I know better, so the next time it won't happen again. It will just be different for me, and I learn from my mistake as I go along. So what I need to do now to make sure that I grow and I rise is that I don't allow myself to do the same thing over again. I don't follow the same pattern. I try to do something different, and I try to elevate, and I believe in myself. So that is what I need to do. Believe in myself, pray and trust God, put him at the center of it, and know and just believe that he will provide as long as I put in the work. Because God helps us. God helps us, and at the end of the day, nobody's gonna save us but God. Nobody can save us but God. But we have to put in the work. We have to put in the work. They always say trust God, have faith and everything. But faith without work is dead. So no matter how you're saying God will provide, God will do it and everything, if you're not putting in the work, then don't expect to see results. Sometimes people pray to God and they're like, I don't see God doing anything for me and so on. But how can God help you if it is that you are not putting in the work? You're not doing anything. Like, say for instance, you want to get a job, but you're sitting in the house all day and you're like, I pray to God every day and I'm not getting any job. How is the job going to come to you if it is that you don't go out there and seek it, if it is that you don't go online and search for it? And even sometimes when you go online and you search and you apply for it, sometimes you need to have to actually go out and put yourself in those places. Look here. Start small, but do something. I will never discredit anything that anyone is doing, any hustle that anybody is doing, because all of it is intentional. All of it is for a cause. I am grateful for my job. It is what provides for me some of the things that I have. So I'm grateful for my job. And even though I want to be greater, I'm gonna just have to use what I can until I get what I want, work with what I have until I get what I want, but at the same time I try to opt for better and greater stuff. You know, guys, nothing is wrong with starting out somewhere, but never allow yourself to get stuck in one place. Always try to move and make sure that when you're moving, you're going up and up and up, and you're not just staying at the same level. And if you have persons around you who want you to stay at the same level, move around from those persons, because that's just, it's not gonna work. You know, if it is that your circle is just they have one straight way of thinking, then you're gonna have to move to a circle that has, you know, they want to think higher and they want to think better. They want to get bigger. Go around persons who want to get bigger, persons who support your big dreams. Because if it is that you're a big dreamer, then, and the persons around you are small dreamers, you don't want to be around persons like that. There are persons who literally don't have any dream, and I don't understand how that is. But there are persons who are just happy with working for somebody, happy with, you know, having a roof over there, which is all wonderful stuff, and having a family, and those are wonderful stuff. But there are persons, they're just okay with that, and that's enough for them. But there are persons also who want to leave a mark here before they leave this earth. They want to serve a purpose. They want to add something to this world. They want to come with an idea that serves people. If they want to come with like another means, some addition to technology or something. They want to do something. They want to leave something here. There are persons like that who want to serve a cause. There are different types of persons. Pick your crowd. If you see that that's your crowd, if you see the crowd you're around is not like that, you move from around those people. Not cut them off, but you just distance yourself. Try to distance yourself. Try to, you know, put yourself in this category of those who want to, you know, go places, those who want to, you know, be great. Because not everybody wants to be great, and that's okay. But the persons who do, try to be around those persons. Try to become not like those persons, but try to adapt from those persons. Whatever it is that you have right now, use it to become better. Work towards, if it's a job, save from that job and try to invest into something. If it is that you want to go to school, then go to it. I was speaking earlier about me going to school. So yes, I know that I can, and I believe in myself, and I know that I will make it. I don't need anybody to tell me otherwise about myself. I don't need anybody to be telling me, Nicola, you can't do this, and Nicola, you will never make it, because I've already told myself that I can make it. I don't care how hard it's gonna be. I know that as long as I have faith and I trust God and I put in the work, it will happen. So I had my experience already, and I did go to school, and I did not finish because I didn't have it, but I believe in myself and I know that I can make it. And I know that I'm going to try again. Whatever it is that you guys are working towards, I want you guys to just believe in yourself and try. If nobody else believes in you, then believe in yourself. And even if you fail and they start laughing and everything, try again. Try again. Try again. Try again. Try again. Try again until you get there. Try and do something. But don't give up. Always show up. Constantly show up. It may not seem like nothing is working out for you, but constantly show up. Keep trying up for yourself. If nobody else is there to support you in your corner, you will be your biggest supporter and your biggest backbone, and you go out and you do what you can do. You show up for yourself. You work towards becoming that you that you've always dreamed about. You start changing your characteristics. Change your little habits, your little bad habits that are hindering you, because those, you cannot carry them with you when you become great. So you need to master discipline, make a habit, create a routine, stick to the routine so that you know that you can adapt and become better. A routine that can make you grow, a routine that can make you become more disciplined and more diligent and more dedicated towards doing whatever it is that you want and to set your mind to. That's about the winning mindset. The winning mindset is to never give up, even in failure. Use your failures as lessons to propel you, to learn from, and to propel you to become greater and to become better. That is what it's all about. Become. It is not impossible, guys. We need to take that out of our mind. Nothing is impossible when you trust God and you put in the work. So trust God and put in the work. Keep on putting in the work. Use whatever it is that you have to do. It is not first of all, the level of how technology has reached these days, nothing is impossible. We can reach so many places by just using our cell phones. So we're the ones who are limiting ourselves at this point, and we're allowing people to limit us as well. It is not impossible, guys. We can do this, and I believe in you. You know, you can do this. You can do this. Go for it. The sky is the limit. Become better. Start stepping into the you that you've always wanted to be. Start leveling up, you know, and start becoming better. Start aiming for better. Start if you weren't doing so well in your tests and so on, start putting in the work, studying and, you know, researching and learning more, and, you know, just doing better, because it pays off to, you know, put in the work. So put in the work, okay? Is for you. What it is that you desire, what it is that you feel in your heart that they are led to do it. Don't allow anybody to don't live anyone's life. I see persons who do this all the time, and it's so heartbreaking. Do not live your life for others, okay? Do not choose a path in life because one said so. That's a miserable life. I am tired to see people do it and they're miserable because of it. Not because your parents says you're to be a doctor means you have to become a doctor. If you do know deep down in your heart that you do not want to be a doctor, don't do it. Don't do it. If you know deep down in your heart that you want to be a chef instead, then go and be the chef. Go and be the chef. If they don't want to finance you, fine. You get a work and you save. You learn to save and manage your money, and you find yourself into that culinary school, and you do that. Not everybody wants to do something, but there are persons who want to do it. Not all of us are the same. All of us have our own different individual desires and passions, and that is okay. But don't say, oh, I am going to do law because my friends are doing it. You know you can't manage it and you know you don't want to do it. Don't do it. Follow what it is that you want to do deep down. Don't follow after your friends. Don't follow after others. Do what is meaningful to you. Do what is fulfilling to you. Make sure that each year you challenge yourself more and you try to become a better level of yourself, and you grow and you grow. You overcome your bad habits. You master discipline. You overcome laziness and procrastination, and you grow. There are tons of videos and books out there that are there to teach you about these stuff. Invest your time into those and stop wasting time on social media. Stop. If anything that you're watching online, if it's not helping you to become better, to grow in any way, but is taking away your time, wasting it, and taking away and allowing you to either just cut it off. Because many of the times we blame social media, but it's ourselves. We don't have any discipline, and we need to learn to discipline ourselves from consuming these stuff, because there are so many persons who learn to do stuff from the very YouTube and from stuff that are online, like researches and other stuff. So it depends on how you use your time and how you use your tools, you know, how you use your phone. Social media is never the problem. The phone is never the problem. It's you. It's you who's the problem. You just need to know to not allow yourself to be consumed too much by it, and to not allow yourself to be carried away by it and to be destroyed by it. So look into yourself and see what it is that you want to do and go for it. Don't worry about what others have to think, because as long as people see you do something that is not familiar to you or to them, they're going to start criticizing and talking. That's what people are for. People are going to talk. People are going to be there to, you know, tell you how to. People are just going to be people. That's what they're for. And I would say it's wonderful to be talked about, because once people start talking about you, you know that you become a big deal. So don't let what people have to say about you hinder you or hold you back, you know. Just ignore them and do what it is that you have to do. The best insult is to ignore people, so just ignore them. Ignore the critiques, because you're going to get it no matter what you do. So just prepare your mind to know that you're going to get it, and just go for it, okay? Start doing better. As in, you need to start showing up for yourself. Start, you know, working on yourself. Start cutting out your old habits, the habits that are not going to get you anywhere. You need to start cutting out those. You need to start, you know, evolving, believing in yourself, challenge yourself, do what it is that's on your heart to do. Lead by example. Put in the work, and change, like I said, change doesn't happen overnight. No one gets great overnight. You're going to take a lot of trial and error. you're going to take a lot of practicing. It's going to take a lot of practicing and constant showing up to evolve and to grow and to become better. You know, no one can get better just by, you know, doing one thing. You know, no successful person started out great. They had a lot of fails, you know. It didn't start out great for them. Many of them started and they didn't know what they were doing, but they did it. They showed up because they know that the more they show up is the more they become better. Apply diligence. Keep showing up and practicing. Practice and practice and practice. Practice makes perfect. So you have to put in the work and you have to practice, and until your body adapts, until your mind adapts, until you knows what to do, until you become better. You know, the more you do something is the more you become good at it, and the more you become better. So do that. Follow your heart. I always say follow your heart. Never allow anyone to tell you what to do. Never allow anyone to choose your path of life for you. Believe in yourself and go for it. I hope that you were encouraged by this video, and I will see you in the next one.